You look good, you have all of the something there about you. Yes, goodie!
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Goodgal Podcast, and I am here with a friend, an entrepreneur, makeup artist, lash tech, brows. She did my brows. What don't you do? I don't know what you do. Her name is Saphawa Hylton, and she owns Saphawa. Well, introduce yourself. Let me let you introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm very excited to have you.
Okay, so I'm the founder and curator of So Sassy Makeup and PMU Studios, as well as Sassiversity. So Sassiversity is Jamaica's very first 7-day lash course. As well as So Sassy Makeup and PMU Studios, we do makeup, lash extensions, microblading, waxing. Yeah.
Everything, all things beauty. Yeah. The only thing you left for do I hear.
I know.
That's that's literally the last thing that for you to just check off the box. But you do your own hair.
Yeah.
And it looks good though.
Thank you.
But you are really like, you know when you see people and then you're like, yeah man, she do something in beauty. Yeah. Like I feel like you're one of those people.
People always say that. You look
exactly. You look like you do something in beauty. Yeah, no. But she actually microbladed my eyebrows, guys, in like forever. I need to come back, but
you're not coming back.
It stand up so well. It's just
I don't think you need to come
back literally it's just it's been going on so good, and this has been since I was in college, so your stuff lasts. I don't know if you do it too good or what, but so you may be wondering why she's here today. So I wanted to have a conversation about navigating the modern beauty industry, and I wanted somebody who was well versed, who does everything, because there's been a lot of complaints lately from customers about the experiences that they're having in the beauty industry as women, us booking anything, or that just the whole. I just want to understand from the perspective of me, for example, like I started everything. I do my nails myself, like. I can relate to it, but I also wanted to have a conversation from the perspective of somebody who is in the industry and understand your side. So the first thing I wanted to, firstly, what do you think about like the complaints and everything that has been happening with social media? Has it affected you even as a beauty guru or business owner?
Rebooking?
Not just booking, just in general. Like,
well, I mean, first off, the unfortunate truth is that Jamaican service providers, I'm not gonna say I'm excluded, but it's because I'm speaking about the industry.
Yeah.
We don't have no customer service. Like most of it, none. It's sad.
Yeah.
I was talking to a customer the other day, and I was saying, because she flew in from Miami to do her lashes, and she was like, "Yo, it's crazy that the Jamaican restaurant them in a foreign." The customer service is the worst, and I saw so the food tastes good. It is so sad.
It's so bad.
But it's just the reality that we lack good customer service. And I'm so grateful that I have experienced, being in the States and going on the work and travel program. I see how the service providers, the servers, it is so warm. So, and I've had experience with my mother too. So I had to give back for my mother paying for college. I had to be working at Faithful Homes, of course. So I need customer service in me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you grew up in a customer service. Yeah,
man. But someone we just not have it. Someone we learn it from the girl down the road, and we just say, all right, we're going to do here,
do nails, whatever.
It's just a sad truth. And when you go get your license of a KCC, they're not teaching you about customer service.
That's true. They just teach you the technique.
Yeah, no, them just license you, because them get a test, and 20 minutes after that you have to do the test, and them nothing about customer service. Some of the courses they don't know about customer service, and it's just sad. It's just what it is.
It's just kind of how it is.
Yeah. It's bad though.
It's bad. Talk to me about the booking process, right? Because I feel like now, like before, with like a Bev and a Phyllis, you could have just call them and say, Bev, may I come do my ear Saturday at 2 o'clock. Nope. And then now it's like, I feel like you have to be taking a quiz to book an appointment. Okay. Like, tell me what you think about that.
You're a customer, so I can understand. Sometimes I don't like to have to go through the rigorous process either of, booking an appointment, but it is important. And it's important that it's seamless as well, because if you say book an appointment with me last year, if you book it through the booking site, then I have your information. Also, if you call me and tell me, say, hey, Shaf, an appointment wasn't available for me to come in tomorrow, and I have tomorrow available, I could probably just put the information in on my screen, on my booking site, and you can just pay the deposit.
Yeah.
But Jamaica, as I said, we're so backwards. We're not ready for some of the things them. My client that I was telling you about was coming yesterday. She literally was like, oh my gosh, you're like the first person that I've seen would have a booking site, and I had to pay online and everything. She's not used to that here. Yeah. She's like, that was so easy for me, because she's used to that in the States. A lot of people, the Jamaican clients, not ready for that. And I see a lot of lash artists, even on my products page, they cost out the customer them because they don't want to pay no deposit. But that's because they don't have a booking site. Yeah. But it's like, because we know how you as a customer is, we're not ready for that something there yet.
The booking site.
But it's more organized. I remember it is hard when you have to do it through books. Because, say for example, you call me and I'm working. Yeah. And I say, hey, Shop, can I come tomorrow at 2? And you say, okay, all right. I'm going to call you back because I'm doing a client now.
But they don't remember.
Yeah. And I call you back and I might not get you. Or even I call you and I say, okay, all right, yeah, I can take it tomorrow at 2. But then you have to pay a deposit. And then you don't pay the deposit yet. And tomorrow come 1 o'clock. I don't know that you're coming. Yeah. But I have a booking site in place that, okay, once you pay that deposit, I know that you are serious. And even if you don't show up, then you kind of start to pay for my time a little bit, right? That's you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I understand the need for the deposit, but I feel like, for example, I've had an experience where somebody was doing hair and they have a booking site, but then I book and I have to pay outside of the booking site. So it's like, what a point? Like,
where you have to pay what?
So it's like it's like a form. You fill it out, and then they're like, okay, WhatsApp me when you're done, and I WhatsApp her when I'm done, and then she's like sending me her banking info. So I'm like, what was the point? Like, I feel like, because now I just have to go off. I know that I booked the appointment, but you can always say, something I get that deposit here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it should be if you're going to do the process, do it properly. You've done my lashes before. Your process is seamless. I give you that, and it's literally just boxes. Yeah. But some of them are like, we're right paragraph. I
know.
Yeah, it's like,
I guess it's just, girl, I was gonna say, like, even the service providers, some are just not ready for that yet. Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah. And then sometimes, as you said too, because some clients like my mom and certain people, they're not going to go through a booking site.
Trust me, the people then before read, they don't want to have to
do that. Yeah.
So I can understand. So that I can understand why we stay. So the customer them will come and they're like, do I have to?
Yeah. What do you think about, like, because now that you say, the deposit and the deposit is secure, the slot and all of that. But then there's a flip side, right? Let's talk about, like, lateness, right? Because, for example, some people charge a late fee, and they're like, if you're late, you need to pay $20. But if me reach at your place and you're late, I'm not getting no money off of the service.
I think that's very unfair. Yeah. But I'm probably the only person who think that, because sometimes I run late. You know what I mean? And I have to give grace. Because if I run late, like, I can't just say, all right. If I'm a person where I know sometimes I run late, I would look away if I charge you. If you run late. Yeah. You know what I mean? But for the people who are very on time and they're strict about them thing, I can also understand why they charge a late fee, because if you have an appointment at 2 o'clock and you come 2:45,
you affect somebody else.
Affect somebody else's time. And that can cause them to possibly lose that customer. You have to think about that as well. And it throw back the person have an event to go, like the service provider. So it kind of throws off their day. So I can understand it, but me not do it.
Yeah. That's good though, because a lot of people now, it's become a new thing. Like, I saw a video where a girl was like, this lady pushed back her appointment the day before, and then she came, and it was like, the girl was 15 minutes late now, and she's like, oh, you're 15 minutes late, so the late fee. But she pushed back her appointment yesterday.
No, no fear.
So she just never got back.
Wait, the service provider pushed back?
Yeah, the service provider. So that's what I said. Like, there's a lot of things. I feel like sometimes it's like, I don't know, there's a consideration. Yeah, there's a little, because it's like, it's service.
That's what some of us don't have. We're just money hungry.
Yeah, it's just money.
Locally, like, we can't tell you, like, them. Unfortunately, I have to say we. Like, we're money hungry. Yeah. It's just what it is. I don't like it, but
And it kind of like, it makes it hard for you as a customer, right? And then what about like, that famous, hey boo? That hey boo text that you get like the day before your appointment, and so it's either she gonna push it back or she gonna tell me I have to come the next day and may I travel and all of that, right? So, because that, I feel like that has been happening a lot based on people on social media, because they're saying that, when you get that, hey hon, hey love message the day before your appointment, it's over. And then, sometimes, especially like certain services people do for vacation, for special occasions.
So you have other things to do.
And on top of it, sometimes you wait till the last because you want it to. So, because like, no, like for me, if I'm going on a trip, I'm like, all right, I need to sort this out like 4 days before coming. I get a hey boo message. You get what I'm saying? Because I've gotten it. I've had a hair appointment cancelled on me like the day before my birthday. Yeah, so it's like things like that. So what do you think about that and like, that type of dynamic?
I think it's very unprofessional to cancel something a couple hours before or a day before, but sometimes clients don't understand that like we have a personal life as well.
True.
And if it's genuinely an emergency, I'm going to side with the service provider, because if that's what it is, that's
what it is.
Then I don't know.
But you have to call up and work sometime. It just so happens when I call up and work, I really your work may I do, but is
Yeah, but it's like,
because I feel like, let me tell you, if you cancel, I feel like, or something, I feel like try find me a solution. So like say, hey,
another girl will recommend.
So it's like, or you even do the process for me to make it easier. Like, hey, I have, I feel like, because one thing I always say is like, if I was to be in beauty or something like that, which I'm never gonna be, but if I was to do that, I would have like a girl that I say, hey, say this happening, I'm going to say that you can take a client tomorrow between these hours. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, make the process easier on us.
In a case like that, what I would have possibly done is try to accommodate the client any time before she have whatever she have to do, or I recommend somebody else. Or in a case, I have to give her a car deposit. You understand? Because I'm my fault. So those are the things I would have done. Nobody else would say I do, but that's what I would have done.
What about attitude and professionalism? You touched on it when you started, but in terms of like when you go to shop them sometime, like I've been in there and then them a chat the client will just walk out. Them a eat over your head. Them a chat on them phone. Them a chat them business. And then sometimes I don't know. I think it depends on the client too. Because
it does.
It really does. Because some people come to these services for therapy, but some people really just want to be silent. But again, I'm not sure if everybody knows that kind of sometimes time and place. So, what do you think about that?
It really depends. As you said, it really depends on the customer. Because I have some customers where like they don't want to talk. Them legit don't want to talk. Them the business with me I do over them head. But you mentioned eating. As a lash artist, like more while after take a piece of food for the client, I'm gonna be real.
So you said them eye closed, them not see nothing.
No, it's not that, girl. Sometimes when I get to eat, it rough now. It rough, girl, because like we don't. Well, I try to on a booking site. Like if the service is 2 hours, I book out like 30 minutes after. Just a little space. But sometimes, girl, we'll go over time. Or like it's rough. I wish you would understand that sometimes we have to take with a lot of food. Or I say, hey, can you give me 2 minutes? Let me inhale this, please. Like, I have to inhale a food here. I don't want to drop over the customer. So I explain the food part. But I do agree, because you have some persons that come there and they might tell you their whole life story.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to really like be careful.
What you say
around the client's head.
Yeah, and then some of the, I feel like even sometimes when you go into some like, even I remember there was this one girl that did like braids really well, like back in the day, and I loved how she did braids, but them just too mix up. Like every time I go in the shop, them talking about somebody or something, and I was like, someone can't come back here. So,
but that's so crazy. Like females love that. Some females love that. Them love little sauce. I had a student. Who came, she was doing her model at the time, and I had a model who came to do her lashes. I tell her, said the student and the model had chat uptown people business. I said, who that? And I'm just like, it just depends on the customer and the environment.
Do you think that leads to, because it's like I get it, But then there's a line, right? Because do you think that because sometimes you see these girls cussing with them makeup artists or whoever
or
on social
tech.
or them nail tech on social media, we see it, right? We see what happened there. So it's like, do you think that like leads to this unfamiliar, unnecessary relationship? Because for me, like, I don't know if it's me, thing. Could be. Ladies tell me. But but like I want to be close with my service provider enough where we have like a good relationship, a tipper or whatever. But like if you invite her come on a baby shower and
girl, stop.
You know what I mean?
Are you
like,
alone?
Really?
Yeah, girl, because like
even you as a beautician. How much baby shower you gonna go so?
No, but
that's what I'm saying. It's like the familiarity of it.
I see it though.
Yeah.
Because like more while these service providers, they might hear the people them full on business, like they don't have nobody else to talk to certain way. You know what I mean? So when you come and you tell me your whole life story now, I'm feel so close to you. We have created a bond. So when you have your baby, hello. But then
that comes with good and bad because suppose like
the boundaries get crossed.
Yeah, because it's like no, like oh, we not have money today. Or
no. Well, me glad me have certain things in place.
Because the
booking site, and that's the thing. Like you have to have stuff in place
to mitigate.
Yeah. That's where you can't cross the line, right? So like it's business, and there's us that's spread over there.
Now let's talk about the colorism aspect, right? Because a lot of people have said that with different beauticians over the years. But just in general, right? There's a lot of situations where you see that when you go on certain hairstylists, nail techs, all of that, like lash girls, when you go on their profiles, they don't want to post darker skinned people, even though some of them are dark skinned. You literally go and you see just light skinned people, all of that. Did you experience that when you were like, because I know the thing is with you too, you've traveled for your stuff. You've gone all over the world to basically learn your craft. What do you think is that? And it's not just even in Jamaica. I feel like it's a black community thing. Like, what do you think?
I think that what you post is what you want to attract. It can be good and it can be bad. I remember there was a girl who, she was reaching out to me and she was asking me like, yo, like I just not getting booked. But she dropped a gem that I picked up, while she was just telling me. And she was like, yo, all I post is volumes. But then when you look, all she's getting is volume lashes. And that's all she's posting because that's all she's getting. And that's what she's making her money from. So if a light-skinned person come now and say they're a light-skinned person on your page, I'm going to feel like, say, oh yeah, all right, this
look like me.
This look like a my girl, right? It's just a sad reality sometimes.
But then do you not think that, because for example, like in a place like Jamaica, for example.
It's not a good look, no, I don't think so, because
there's so much
people like we need to be able, like as a
diverse,
service, exactly, like me need to know, say, okay, you're not gonna just, you don't just only do lashes well on light skinned people. Because you can do it. One to me we have like curly, like more curly lashes. Like, are you gonna be able to manage my set of lashes where not so as straight as the talks? You know what I mean? So I think
because even sometimes even in makeup, right? Like you see it a lot where it's like sometimes you see like their makeup look good, but when you go to them, they can only do lighter skin. They can't really do black skin. Sometimes they make you look red. Sometimes like, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't think you can truly say that you are a beautician if you can't do, like, I get starting out, but I feel like you need to be able to do all types of people.
Yeah, I agree. But some people, girl, honestly, like, they are only doing dark-skinned people, mostly dark-skinned people. So when a light-skinned person comes, they don't know what to do. So, unless they take the initiative upon themselves and say, okay, all right, seeing that I only get light-skinned, dark-skinned people, I'm going to practice one-off and ask for models. And everybody have that initiative. Not everybody have that and say, okay, I want to get better at my craft, I want to be more diverse, so let me do a model call. No.
Because that's even a good perspective too, because sometimes you can just do, as you said, a model call where it's like you call people and you say, hey, you have a look that I'm looking for. I want to do your lashes, and I just want to post it. And it's also practice for you as well.
Exactly.
Because even that, when you come out, when you finish school, do you still practice, or is it something where you just do it all the time? Like, should you still be practicing, like doing, calling models, all of that?
I do it sometimes for makeup, especially seeing that everybody know me now as a lash girl.
That's true.
So it's like the makeup, the people that we usually book for makeup, then probably gone to another hype makeup artist, like somebody where known feet now. But no, I do it all the time for makeup, especially seeing that makeup is my first love.
Yeah.
Girl, like sometimes I just call people, and me I take makeup bookings over lash bookings any day.
Really?
Yeah, girl.
But you meant more with lashes.
I do.
But you just have a passion.
Really I love makeup more.
Yeah. And then that's true too. Like, even that, like, I feel like knowing you, why I even want to talk to you is like, you've always been passionate about this. Like, you've never wanted to like you've always been a beauty girl. Like, you already did makeup when we were in high school. Yeah. So now I feel like it's a trending thing to do. So even you know that teach. Do you see people who just come do it to do it and then just don't go into it? Or is it like, because now I feel like lashes, anything beauty is trending.
It is.
It's like a,
it's a big misconception.
Yeah, that it's easy.
I'm so glad you asked me that question because, girl, it is the sad reality that people think that entrepreneurship is, oh my gosh, it's a flex.
Yeah.
Girl, no. It ain't no flex, okay? It's not a flex. And it's hard work. Like, you're like a 9 to 5 girl, you're going to be working 24 hours. Okay? But I'm not for do after 9 to 5. Yeah, you have something to do after you done your last client.
Yeah, from start with the bookings for tomorrow.
Exactly, especially if you don't have a booking site. That was one of the reasons why I even got a booking site, because I say, I don't want to have to work. Like, when I used to have that book inside the booking site, after I finished work late at night, I had to be ensuring that, okay, I'm getting the deposits and putting them down. That's too much work. If you don't have the time and you want to create time for something else, get a booking site. But I see so many students come to Sassiversity. And especially seeing that Sassiversity, and I'm not like the rest of the lash class. Yeah. I'm not certifying you right after class. Yeah. Because that's the thing now. Oh, yeah, mega certified. No, I'm not doing that. Because my reputation is online. Sassiversity reputation. I have to make sure that you're getting it and you're learning how to do lashes the right way. So you have to come in for internship. The girl's not coming in for internship.
They just do it.
I have to call him. I have to say, no, you have to spend how much money. Because my class is not cheap. Because it's 7 days. I'm not going to charge the same thing with a 2-day class I'm going to charge. So, like, it's almost like I'm being paid for the class for them. And I have to be like, you spend so much money and come in for your internship. I want to certify
and you provide internship. A lot of people don't do that.
No,
nobody does that.
No.
Because you want them to grow.
Yeah. Some persons are doing it, which I'm so grateful for. Like, some people come to me and say, oh, Shaq, some have a cheap like idea. Yeah. And I'm fine with that. Yeah. Do it. Because the industry need it. I be a bitch up eyelash of one board place in a girl. Yeah. And it's because the trainers make the students feel so confident and ready. When they're really not ready, because you cannot learn for this in 2 days. Yeah. It's just what it is. And I'm serious. Like, you have to practice. You think I got lashes for my little couple hours day class? No. Yeah. But go home same night and that girl, I spent 10 hours. You know Yeah. 10 hours, then it back hurt her. Up to her back probably 10 hours she lay on the bed for. So you have to practice. It's something where you have to practice it. You can't master it in
no
a
time.
Short amount.
And I feel like that's with anything. Like, I feel like it's with anything, any type of skill. You have to keep doing it.
Carpenter right after. No, it takes skill to learn how to make a table, how to make this. Like, it's different techniques. So to do classics is a different technique from how you're going to do the volume and stuff like that. So they come and think it's easy.
And then it's also too because like with you, when I did my lashes, you say, hey, do you have a lash wash? Do you have this? Do you have, and you provide a little thing. So it's like, and a friend of mine went to do her lashes the other day, and I was like, oh, did you get like, like I was telling her what I got, and she's like, I got none of that. And I was like, she's like, yeah, she's like, and it was her first time doing it, and I was like, Yeah. But then you get what you pay for, because I think she paid like 4 or 5 grand. Sorry for loading your friend. But you get what I'm saying? Like, so, but it's
the education.
The education is really not really there. Yeah.
I always, you follow me. You always see me talk about the education in Jamaica with the lash classes. It needs work.
And you're dealing with people's body, them eye, like that's such a serious thing. Even the makeup too, any form of nails, because you can get nail fungus, all of that. Yeah, you can spread diseases. Like it's a very, I think the beauty service industry is to be taken so seriously overall, and it's not. It's like, let me just go do this. Let me go learn. You know what I mean? Like even some half of the hairdressers never really learned how to proper hair care.
And them are putting the what you call it? The single lash them.
Yeah.
What you call it?
The individual.
No,
what's that?
The individual.
Sorry, what's that called? Strips?
No, I don't remember. I can't remember. It's not in my vocabulary. No, I don't remember what them did it.
But it's like, it's like they use the hair glue. I know what you're talking. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking, and they use the hair glue. So tell me, the disparity between, service quality, as we're on this topic, and the high prices that people charge. Because sometimes, like, I feel like some of them do learn to do this thing last week, and then them prices a price like so sassy, which just don't make sense of being in the business for such a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, because like, and then there's a point where it's like, and then on the cost, I see where some people are cheap. So what do you think about that?
Well, okay, so because I help my students to make them prices and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So based on my students and how fast they are and how good they are, I say, hey, you know, if I charge $5,000, like everybody, you can charge a $6,500.
Mm-hmm.
Because me know what people will pay, for say a classic set, especially at their level.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very important that we do, because you have to gain clientele.
Mm-hmm.
And I like what they are foreign.
Yeah.
Where everybody and them granny is charging $100 to $120 for classic set.
Yeah.
Jamaica is a different market. It's so unfortunate, because I raise my prices and girl mental say it's rough. Because we usually charge $60 for classic set, and now it's a little more, and people like
can't do it. They're like, nah.
They're like, Jesus Christ. Clench the seat. I was like, girl.
Yeah.
Like, not what I'm not learn how to do it here. And,
mm-hmm.
We reach a level now and feel like,
yeah. And things cost.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we have to pay, unfortunately, we have to pay a fee 2 times. So, I just feel like girls should charge a little cheaper when they're just starting out, because one, they want to gain clientele, and what they can do is just say that, it's an introductory rate. You don't have to make it be that for long, but you need to get the customers in, because you also need to practice, and you need to practice your speed. So use these little $5,000 customers for, like help you with speed and stuff like that, because you need to practice.
But then what about, for example, like even if you're at an expert level, some prices, like there's certain people that are very, very exorbitant, right? Yeah. But I guess they're trying. I always think that it's not for me. They're catering to a certain clientele,
which is also
true. Yeah, and that's why I say I feel like when you really look at it, it's like. But then I always think about it, right? Because when you have such high prices, and we're in a market like Jamaica, like you get a one clientele who come down. You get you get 1 and 2 people. But I don't think it is. I don't know if it's a consistent thing.
I think it's a consistent thing. If you're consistent with your good customer service, and your posting and stuff like that, I think it can definitely be a thing. Mm-hmm. Like I want us to get to the place where we can actually charge $120 like I said. I'm just talking about like our words. Like I can't wait to reach the level where I struggle with the Jamaican people.
But then let's say okay, industry standard across the board is like 100 and something. There's some people that will, no matter what, they're gonna say $250. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. There's always gonna be like that level of, and that's the next thing. Can we talk about the price list? Because lovely people like you have one price list for everybody, but sometimes it's like, you look like a $5,000, you look like a $10,000, you look like $25,000. Because sometimes it's really,
that is the ghetto. Like, how are you charging people separate prices
for different things? Like if you do your hair, like I remember there's a situation where a friend of mine went to do her braids, and I paid one price she paid a different price and
She
we did
look
the
more
same
uptown than
style.
or something
like
what she have a little more lightness in her skin.
I don't know what it was. Like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, because she kind of lighter than me. But I don't know what it was, but that it was just weird. And
Did
I
you
was
check
like,
if she had raised her prices in between that
so
time?
then, no, it was literally a week. Like, it couldn't be. So then it was like, because she just saw me and like the hairstyle, and I messaged the person. I was like, and this was like my first. I haven't been back to her since. Hopefully she's not watching this. And it's like I messaged her and I was like, hey, I sent that girl to you, and I like, and she was like, oh, something about her hair needed more work, and I was like, we got the same hair type.
She did the exact same thing as
the
you,
exact
like wash and blow.
No, it was just like a cornrow braids, and it was the exact same style, and me and her have the exact, braids you wash your hair before you go to service.
Well, what I have to say about that is,
or just in general, sometimes it just really happens across the board because you hear one price and your friends say one price and you go, it's a different price. And
well, as what I am thinking is that maybe she's charging it based on the hair type, because that must be what it is. But in that case, I feel like we really need to be a little more professional.
Yeah.
And if you are going to charge, say, okay, natural hair with 2K in row is $250, and permed hair with 2K in row is $180. Say this.
Yeah.
Have it somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just leave the people them wondering like, oh, a t-shirt, because that's exactly what you thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, because sometimes I don't know. It's kind of discouraging because like some people have price lists and it's like, okay, fine, you have your price list, you stick to it. But then some people it's like,
or if that was me, I'd ask for a breakdown.
Yeah.
I bet your friend just pay it and
she just paid it and leave. Yeah, but you know what we do as customers? We pay it and leave, but we just don't say, someone now come back.
No, man, oh God, ask the service provider, because you might never know.
But sometimes you ask and you get cut off.
No, same way. Because that would be on her to give you bad customer service. But at least you ask, you're the customer.
Yeah.
You have all right to ask why your money so high after your friend come 2 days ago and get it fixed.
And I'm glad that you said that, because I feel like sometimes we as customers, we don't ask enough or say things enough, because I'll see, like, and then I don't know if I get, the ladies can probably relate. Sometimes I see, like when I used to do my nails, thank God I wear press-ons now, because God know me cheap. And it's easier. I can't take the nail tech thing. And when I used to sit down and do my nails, sometimes you don't like it and you just say, okay.
No.
It's only lasting 2 weeks. Do you guys want to hear that as service providers that you don't like something? Like,
I want to hear. You know why? Because I want to know that next time I know what I can do differently. Because I want you in my chair. I want your money. And I want you to look nice. So if I can know what you like and what you didn't like, that makes me serve you better. And it makes you happy. And I get more referrals.
Yeah.
And you can feel confident in me as a lash artist or a service provider. We don't need to open up I don't know what you're spending on. Sure. Yes. You have to open up your mouth and talk.
And then sometimes you guys do ask at the end, what do you think? And we're like, it's okay.
No.
But no, being more honest.
Say what you want.
Being more honest.
Because sometimes you might think, okay, you want a classic set, and then I do the classic set and it's too light on you, and you're like, it's okay. But if you had said to me, okay, it's alright. I was hoping for it to be a little more, but yeah. So then obviously we can't do nothing about it at that point. But I would then know that next time you come, it's a hybrid set you must want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to make we know, open your face and talk. Your money is spent.
That's a good point. I think as customers we don't do that enough, and we just say okay, whatever, and then we head to social media and customer.
Yeah, but I think you should ask questions as well.
Yeah.
Like have reference photos to help your service provider. Inspiration. Don't just go dry and say, oh yeah, me see on your site and I don't want. Just confirm, hey, this is what we're getting, right? Right. Do that.
Are you one of those service providers? I don't think you are. But who, for example, when you're doing your hair or you're doing your brows,
when I'm doing my brows.
No, just you doing other people's, or you're doing people's brows, like laminating it or whatever, or what do you call it, microblading. Do you allow them to like see in the mirror? Because a lot of people, some people, even when you're doing your hair, I noticed this new trend now where it's like the service providers. You remember one time when them do your hair?
They don't want you looking in the mirror because it's distracting and them do what they want.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, hold on.
I ensure that for the microblading, I have to let my customers see the shape before.
Yeah, that thing is like a couple years.
If you don't see that shape, I dead. If after I'm done and you don't like it, Renee,
That can't go away.
it's easier to add than to take away. And if I go in real good, if your skin take that pigment real good,
like me,
I've done it. Done the designer. You have to go laser that on.
when I did this, 2018?
No, it's girl, 2017.
27. I've done this from 20, and I don't even think people know. Like when people see me,
And she was my guinea pig.
I was like her, like what? Your second or so?
I'm probably like my
Fourth client.
real guinea pig. Girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
I always try to make sure that the customer knows what they're getting. And if them can't see, like when I'm outlining the brows, whole heap of lines on your face because it's for us to really know. If you don't feel comfortable and you're not sure, I say, okay, you want me to fill it in for you?
Yeah.
Because I can fill it in for you because I want you to be comfortable. Because if you're going to tell me, say you don't like it afterwards, are your fault. Not mine. Because I did all that. But then everybody's not like me.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of people who them just go sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
And that.
No, it's true. Yeah.
No, a lot of persons who come to me to fix their eyebrows, girl, that is what them
And
say.
it's some big professionals, some of them go to, but because they know that they're big professionals, there's one particular person that I know for sure. Like I have two people that went to her and she's like, she don't show you nothing.
No, girl.
She don't show you nothing.
Don't make them go in the eyebrow. You have to see the shape and be. Everyone wears it every day, You think of me wearing it? Is you wearing it every day? You have to see the shape. Listen, I have two mirrors. I have one in my bathroom and I have one in two in my studio area. I make you go in there and you say, oh, yeah, nice. I say, all right, come, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, because seeing it lying down and seeing it standing up is two different things.
Yeah, and I don't map brows lying down. I map it sitting up.
Yeah.
So you have to see it in one mirror and then I sit in another mirror to look. Yeah. Because if we done it and you see it not like it, that's not on me. Yeah. You approved it. Yeah. You're okay with it. You understand? So yeah. That you have to get that. So make sure say it's semi-permanent.
The one thing that I'm learning from this conversation is that as customers we need to be
talk.
we need to be more vocal.
Yeah. Real, we need to do better.
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of the customers that come to me to fix their eyebrows, that's their downfall. Yeah. Like literally, girl, a customer came to just fix an arch. And I'm just like, so what happened to the girl that did it? Oh, I don't know. And I'm like, you spend extra money to do this, right?
I think we're low-key afraid because sometimes, you set things and you ask a question and you just get cussed off or you get attitude.
Because the customer service is so bad here. It's bad, girl. I know. Yeah. A customer came to me when I answered my phone. I said, thanks for calling, Chef. So sassy makeup and people. She's like, finally, somebody answered the phone like a businessman. And I was like,
yeah, man, can you get hello? Or you hear the baby crying in the background? Or you hear you hear the...
It's really bad.
Yeah, man, it's really bad.
It's so sad, though. I really want better for the industry here.
Or even if you say hi on WhatsApp, like you'll send hello, you get this long-ass epistle about don't do this, don't do that, don't do hours, this, that. And it's like, I'm messaging.
I'm just asking about...
I'm just trying to find out about a booking. Like it's but what I think too is I hope a key takeaway in the beauty industry is that there will be more customer service training going forward because it is a huge industry. It has a lot of profitability. I've been to a couple beauty expos out here and they get bigger and bigger every time. I think that it's one of those really fast growing industries, and honestly it's one of those industries where people don't really drop off of. So I think that I think the two takeaways is that there needs to be more customer service training and included in some of these programs, and also we as customers need to just talk up. Yeah.
And honestly, sometimes, girl, I know you talk about the pricing, but some of the girls are out here now making the money, The girls wear the lashes for $5,000 and $6,000. Like me, for me, see some of them say, why you set looks so good on your charge.
Yeah.
$9,000 for your hybrid.
Yeah.
Like, why are your prices so low? But them set that trend for the whole industry. It's so sad. So you as a customer now will come and you see a hybrid set for $15,000. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
You know, when hybrid sets like are they money there?
Mm-hmm.
You hear me tell you say it's $120 for a classic set?
Yeah.
How much you think a hybrid is?
Mm-hmm.
180, 200, them money there, girl.
Mm.
And I'm speaking like this because I was trained in the States. So I don't really see nothing local. I don't really take trainings
locally, yeah.
Everything, like the States is moving faster than Jamaica, and that's what I want.
But then sometimes there's a part of it with like our income too, right? Because it's like
exactly
we just not have it.
But they can't afford it.
We can't afford it.
But then there's some people that can afford it, and those are your customers.
Yeah.
And the people who can't afford it, those are also
your
your
customers. Yeah. So you just have to find your person.
You just have to, and it's hard because I'm going through that right now. Where it's slow, and I'm a very real person. I just raised my prices, and the girlies are clutching their person.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, just you
can't operate in the same thing anymore because
like
it's not profit. Yeah.
Girl, no.
And everything is raising.
Yeah, like I can't date for hungry while you walk a smile go out there with your lashes on, and I mean date for hungry.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I'm never the real estate.
Even that, like, I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like a lot of beauticians have been heading back into school,
like
something else, the 9 to 5.
Girl, them not make no money. May I tell you?
But why Bevan Philly still alive?
Because them just stick to it. I'm broke. Them I live a regular life.
But you want to live,
I don't want to live.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying? We want better. And them old school, them have a booking site to pay for.
True.
Them I drive them old vehicle from 2000 and 2000.
The shop owl.
Yeah, the shop.
The shop owl.
So you know, so them rent now raise certain.
Yeah.
Them not have the certain
things that you guys go through. That's fair.
Exactly. So
that's fair.
We cannot dead for hungry.
And then sometimes it's like, you know, when you really think about it, because it's like when you look around you, sometimes everything raising, and it's like you just don't want certain because. And then honestly too, what I have said to people is that I consider these services a luxury service.
It is a luxury service. You don't have to get it.
You don't have to get it.
But when you do, your money have to shell out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a luxury service for sure. For sure.
I see your point. And then it is your livelihood. So we have to respect, because it's the same way that we want to respect, to be respected for our jobs. I think as customers too, sometimes we don't respect our service providers enough too. So I think it's like a mutual thing that's going on.
Yeah, if you can't afford it, go somewhere cheaper. And the cheaper artists really make it bad for me. But just to be honest, like they make it bad for me. They make me look like
a thief.
When I'm the one who actually price my worth.
Yeah.
And they're not.
Yeah.
And them are dead for hungry. And they might beg to differ that they're not dead for hungry. Because they're doing 6 sets in a day.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that is only short-lived.
Yeah.
Because you are dead kill out yourself for the 6 sets a day. How much longer are you going to be lashing for?
Yeah.
I only do 2 clients a day. And at the price that I charge, I can do that. You understand what I'm saying? But some of them, in order to reach
where they want to go,
them after I do 6 people and them can't lash for a couple 2 years.
But then you do a lot of other things, so it's not like you're just doing lashes per day.
But if I was doing lashes,
alone,
yeah, because I'm exposed.
Yeah,
I follow mostly American, like people abroad.
Yeah,
so that's where my brain is, you know. But
yeah, that makes sense.
I'm burnt out. That's why. I don't like lashes as much, but it pays the bills, and it is just what it is. They're going to get burnt out so much faster than I did.
Where do you want to see? My last question is: where do you want to see the future of the beauty industry go? Well,
it has to start with education. We need to ensure that we're teaching customer service. We also need to make sure that the courses are more in depth and not as short. And I feel like we just need to stop looking at it as a money hungry thing. a girl, she just stopped buy products from me because she just do her class and she's teaching. It's a money hungry thing because there's money in education.
Yeah.
But these girls see that and they're like, oh,
yeah, I'm just gonna go teach a
I
course.
just got this bag.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting this bag.
So you learn to just go teach.
Yeah. And they are doing what everybody else in the industry is doing to their class. And it is just downgrading the industry because they're learning and they're giving the certificates right after and they're like more confident artists are out there, but them itching up people eyelash. So there's no passion.
There's no passion.
Pretty much. That's all I'm trying to say. There needs to be more passion. So if you realize it's not for you, I appreciate the students who come to me and like, boy, this is not for me. And I respect that because I'm teaching them how to do it the right way because I never learned how to do it the right way. So anything with me never learn, and that them I get.
Yeah.
And
because there's some things you just have to learn outside of the classroom.
Exactly.
So,
but
and
I
that's what
everything in that course for them, and when them say that, they're like, boy, this is a lot. Especially when you learn it the right way, you have to be very meticulous and make sure things are good. So it can be overwhelming. But yeah, I definitely want to see the education get better because that's where it starts. Yeah. And then I definitely want to see the pricing system get better. But I can understand why some of the girls charge low. Yeah. Because of the income that majority Jamaicans make. So yeah, there's that. But can you imagine if all of the beauty therapists come together and I charge like a good range? Yeah. Then on a choice, but they look another work for pay for the ear and you understand, like couldn't have to figure it out. Yeah. You understand? So yeah, the pricing it needs to be better. So we can also have a better life as well. And have a more healthy industry. Yeah, and just treat the customer them better. Yeah. And only if you open them out too. That's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. So I think that's where I would love to see us go. Yeah, and stop teaching because there's money in it. Like I put so much work into Sassiversity's curriculum. It took me like 2 years good. Yeah. And I never said that I needed to teach until a principal for a makeup school see me and say, wow, you're so good at this. Have you considered teaching? And then, I started to grow a passion for that. But yeah, like, we need to have more passion and stop looking at it as from a money-hungry place. Yeah. I agree. Because you can't know when a person doing something just to do it and there's no passion. Yeah. And without the passion, you're just not going to everything else is going to go down the drain. Yeah. Trust me. Yeah. And I want us to also know our worth. Because once you do that, then we're able to do everything else better from there. And I think that's it. That's what I want. That's where I want us to go for the beauty industry. For sure. For sure. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the Goodgal Podcast. And I think this was a very healthy discussion. I hope everybody enjoyed and we will see you next week. Bye. Bye.